Spooky season has arrived, and if you're looking to add a little monster mash into your Halloween bash, look no further than Xfinity's Spooky Season soundtrack collection, which has been chillingly curated by our very own Xfinity music editor, Quam. Quam, tell us about it.
Thank you again, David. It's time to get into the spooky spirit with all the music to make your skin crawl and your hips shake. Check out music inspired by your favorite horror subgenres. My personal favorite is the undead. I think there's just so much music that is inspired by zombies. I think the most famous is Michael Jackson's Thriller. Or check out hits to get your Halloween party started. I'm a personal fan of what's the song called? Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me. That is my jam. I'm not going to sing it because I do not have a singing voice. David, I hope you will sing it for us. You can also discover the dark side of your favorite genres or even check out your level of spookiness. Sammy, there's something there for you if you're just not ready to go into the do not enter section. I think mildly uncomfortable will get you in the Halloween spirit. You can check out all this and so much more by saying Halloween music into your Xfinity voice remote or just saying what to watch.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
There we go. I didn't have the falsetto in me. I knew you did.
Barely have it. I don't know what that is. Quam, I'm so excited that we're talking about this today. And in honor of your Spooky Season soundtrack collection, I thought we'd play a little game. Because no movie genre creates a more haunting, spine-tingling, earwormy, unforgettable theme song quite like the horror movie genre. And I'm curious if you and Sammy can identify these absolutely iconic horror themes based on just a few notes. Are you ready?
It's gonna be rough.
I'm so ready.
All right, let's play number one.
Do we need to name the composer or just name the movie?
Just the movie.
Okay. Friday the 13th.
Psycho.
Quam, you are right. It is Friday the 13th. Great guess.
Yes. I mean, it's not everyone knows that.
I know.
Everyone but me.
You don't watch horror, so.
So the score for the original 1980 Friday the 13th was composed by Harry Manfredini, who was tasked with creating a haunting tune that could represent the killer in their absence, since the killer in this movie is not actually revealed until the film's final scenes. Manfredini also made the decision to only play the music when the killer was actually present in the scene, so as to not manipulate the audience into thinking that something was about to happen when it wasn't. And as you mentioned, Quam, that iconic is actually ki, 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 ma, ma, ma. And the sound is reportedly derived from a line of dialogue when Mrs. Voorhees says, "Kill her mommy." The ki being taken from the word kill and the ma being taken from the word mommy. Ki, 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 ma, ma, ma. Manfredini also composed the score for 8 Friday the 13th sequels, so apparently they liked what he did, and he did it over and over again.
That's pretty iconic. Oh my gosh. So he essentially sampled the movie that he had to make that's next level.
It is. And that's why and I also just love the thought of like, he kind of took a cue from Jaws, where like you don't see Jaws, but you hear that dun 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 when Jaws was there, and it's the same thing. You don't see the killer, but you hear the music that indicates that the killer is there, and then you don't find out who that is. If you haven't seen who the killer is in Friday the 13th, like Sammy, do you have no idea?
I have no idea.
Okay, well I won't spoil it for you.
Spoiler alert has never fazed me. I don't know. Like an anomaly.
I won't spoil it. I purposely did not spoil it, just in case.
I appreciate that.
All right, let's move on to number 2 and give that a play. Oh, so good.
It's definitely something 80s.
You're right.
Sammy, you want to give your first whirl?
Oh no.
I think I know it.
Is this The Shining?
No.
No. Oh,
Plum.
no. I'm just going to stop talking.
What was that movie? Is it The Thing?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Let me
It
go.
is. You want to try again?
No.
Oh gosh, there's. If you go reveal it, and I'm like, oh, I knew it. Just go.
It's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So the score for the original 1984 A Nightmare on Elm Street was composed by Charles Bernstein, who was forced to create an entirely electronic soundscape for the film, thanks mostly in part to the film's low budget. They just didn't have the budget to do it any other way. Bernstein said, however, that the electronic sounds complemented the ideas he already had for the slasher flick. And Bernstein has also composed the scores for horror movies such as The Entity and Cujo. And that little tune there is just 10 notes. The theme is just sort of this low rumble, and then 10 notes, and then back to the low rumble, and then 10 notes. And that's pretty much the gist of it. But again, iconic.
If Scott is watching, he's gonna be so disappointed in me.
Let's move on to number 3. I'm sure Kwam will get this one. Let's play it.
Now I feel a lot of pressure because I have no idea what this one is.
Really?
I don't.
I got nothing.
I'll give you some hints. There are 10 movies in this series, and this theme song plays at the end in the final scene of all 10 movies.
Halloween.
No.
There's a lot of that one, though, right?
That was a good guess, though. Okay, 10 movies. Saw?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes. So the score for director James Wan's 2004 Gore Fest Saw was composed by Grammy Award-winning Nine Inch Nails collaborator Charlie Clouser, who completed the film's soundtrack in just 6 weeks. The main theme we just heard, which is titled Hello Zepp, is often played in the Saw movies during major plot twists or major reveals, but it is also played in the closing moments of all 10 films, slowly growing in intensity as the film's final twist is uncovered before the closing credits. In addition to the Saw franchise, Clouser also composed the music for the American Horror Story series on FX.
So I am not the biggest fan of the Saw series. I like Saw 1 and Saw 2, and then I saw Saw. I saw like a few others kind of like here and there, willy-nilly, but oh man, now that you say like it's at like you at the reveal of something big, I can totally hear it now.
Yeah, it's kind of like the final moments of each movie kind of does like a recap and almost like shows you things you didn't see, or like puts all the pieces together of the movie, and it's like, oh my god, that's what's really going on. They play that over the ending, and it's just kind of become, I don't know, one of the things that they do in all of the movies. All right, theme number 4. Let's play it. Let's give Sammy, because I think Kwam knows it. Oh, sorry, Sammy.
Sammy.
Why? It sounds so familiar. If that helps my case at all, I just don't know from what.
Kwam.
It's Halloween, Sammy. It's Halloween. If you can't tell, the blurred picture is a pumpkin.
It's actually not Halloween. It's not Halloween.
Wait, what am I thinking of? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So much confidence.
Time out. I know. This is crazy.
Can we play it again? Caitlin, can we play it again?
Can we get a rerun? No? Okay. Oh, God.
I'll do it.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Now I can't even think of what Halloween is.
Oh, gosh.
It's not Halloween, though.
It's not Halloween. It's so iconic, but it's not Halloween. Okay. Now I'm a failure. I lose at my own game. Okay.
It is The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
Not a pumpkin.
It's not a pumpkin.
pumpkin.
It's actually a screaming kid.
So, original music for director William Friedkin's 1973 horror masterpiece, The Exorcist, was written by composer Jack Nitzsche. But the iconic theme we just heard, entitled Tubular Bells, was actually released 7 months before the film premiered as British musician Mike Oldfield's debut studio album. While reportedly looking for a song that had a childlike feel, Friedkin stumbled upon Tubular Bells and persuaded Warner Brothers, the studio who produced The Exorcist, to buy the rights. As far as music for the rest of the film, Friedkin explored a variety of options before settling on modern classical compositions and the aforementioned original tunes by Nitzsche, who was Oscar nominated for scoring One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and won an Oscar for co-writing the song Up Where We Belong for the film An Officer and a Gentleman.
Wow.
Yeah.
So lots there.
This is some deep lore.
I'm
Thank
disappointed with myself. I am still kicking myself that I did not get this one.
I cannot think of the Halloween theme song in my head because all I have is Tubular Bells. I don't know. We'll think of it later and yeah, whatever. 5. This is your time to shine, Sammy. Let's play it.
This is The Shining.
It was your time to shine. I even gave you a hint. The Shining. So this is where we're going to bring it all together. The score for director Stanley Kubrick's iconic 1980 film The Shining was composed by Wendy Carlos, who we mentioned on last week's episode, and Rachel Elkind, who initially wrote about 30 songs based on the Stephen King source material, as well as an early version of the film. Unfortunately, only 2 or 3 of those tracks actually made it into the final version of The Shining, including the main theme we just heard, which was created using the revolutionary 1960s Moog synthesizer, which was one of the first commercially available synthesizers in music. Carlos also composed the scores for Kubrick's 1971 film A Clockwork Orange. She apparently also wrote a ton of music for that, and Kubrick only used a couple tracks there too. And she also composed the 1982 Disney classic Tron. So really impressive body of work there. And she's as we learned last week, Grammy winner.
Yes, friend of the show, Wendy Carlos.
Friend of the show. It's incredible how much music, like hours of music, was created for The Shining based on scenes that were written or filmed but never made the final cut. And she did eventually release albums that included all of the music from The Shining, as well as, I believe, some Clockwork Orange music that never saw the light of day. So horror fans, if you're like, I love The Shining and I love this music, there's so much more you've never heard. And I think that album is available out there. I was looking at Wendy's website, which is an amazing relic of like Angel Fire GeoCities Day, which you're probably too young to even know. We're talking about like when you built your own website. It's just beautiful. Thank you. I believe Quam does technically win, but Sammy, you closed strong. That was fun.
Well, Sammy got
right?
one.
I learned a lot, you know?
I did too.
Yeah,
well, great.
You did learn.
You can check out. You did learn.
I did learn something. Not to be so confident. Don't fly too close to the sun.
You can check out Quam's spooky season soundtrack and more simply by saying Halloween or what to watch into your Xfinity voice remote.